What is up? Welcome into your daily Buckeye Blitz for the first of the year, January 1st, 2023. I'm your host, Joe from the Buckeye Cast, bringing it to you. Nursing a rough one. I'm sure we all are out there. How's everybody doing today? Feeling a little extra heavy gravity today? Yeah, I would say. Buckeyes go down 42-41 in a back and forth all-time classic. In my opinion, that was a great game. Didn't come out the way we wanted. Obvious areas of improvement we're going to touch on for 2023. But let's break down this game. First of all, I want to tell you, make sure you're on YouTube tonight, 8 p.m. Eastern, YouTube Live. Hit us up, subscribe, please, and you'll get notified when we go live. We'll be on at 8 p.m. Me, Jeff, and Sean, and we'll break down the game, give you our reactions, and may even giggle and chuckle a little bit about that Michigan loss. little bright spot at the end of the tunnel. So, all right, let's break down this game. Buckeyes get out rolling early. They win the middle 8. The last 4 minutes of the first half, first 4 minutes of the second half, they outscored Georgia 14-3. CJ was on it. This is anybody who questions CJ's toughness, ability, Ryan Day's ability as a coach. Go back and watch that game again. Ryan Day was on the fucking sidelines, fist pumping, yelling. The most emotional I've ever seen out of him, honestly. CJ took the team on his back, even into that fourth quarter. Had the huge 27-yard scamper to get us close to field goal range. Would have liked to have had 10 more yards, but CJ did it all. We just had some calls not go our way, some breaks. We could not get a break, honestly. One bounce of ball, the Marvin Harrison fumble that went out of bounds was the only break we got, the only bounce of ball, the only, thing that really went our way. I don't know how that cheap shot on Marvin Harrison in the end zone is not a targeting. It seems like that's textbook targeting. That would have been a first and goal situation where we wouldn't have had to settle for a field goal. So anyway, extremely frustrating evening, up and down, back and forth. Again, I told you guys on Saturday, all the little things matter, pre-snap penalties, Ty Hamilton not getting off the fucking field, getting the offsides call there. I think we had Dwan with a hold that he didn't have to hold. Chip Trainer was going to pick up the blitzing safety. All the little things matter, and they're magnified in a game like this, especially when it's two very evenly matched teams. Like I said all week, these guys are like mirror images of each other. So respect to Georgia. They did enough to win. I did not feel like they were the better team at all. Did Brock Bowers even play? Did Jalen Carter play? I didn't see them. Yeah, I was not overly impressed. Let's run through some stats real quick. Only had 4 penalties. I'll take that. I mean, it's good for us, honestly. Third down efficiency, we were better. 4 of 12. Should have been much better, though. Georgia was only 2 of 10. That tells you how good our defense was. Fourth down, we didn't go for any fourth downs. Georgia was 1 of 1 on fourth, and I believe that was a touchdown drive. Kirby Smart got that timeout in just in time on the fake punt. Anyways, total yards 467 for the Buckeyes, 533 for Georgia. So they put up some big yards, but our defense actually held them down. You had Steel Chambers interception deep in our own territory that killed that drive. Then you had the third quarter, the defense was playing outstanding. Would they allow like 30 yards on 11 plays or something? Insane. they had a great third quarter. We outscored them 10-0. But then the fourth quarter happened, and we saw this fucking defense, especially in the secondary, rear its ugly head again, giving up big plays, chunk plays. And we were outscored 18-3 in the fourth. That's on the offense too. That's not on entirely on the defense. You got to score more than 3 fucking points in the fourth quarter. You do, and this game's over. We win. Or hold them out of the end zone once in the fourth quarter. So Buckeyes shut down that run game, though, gave up $135 total on 26 attempts. Buckeyes ran for 119. I don't know what was going on in the backfield. So check this out. So we were without our top 2 receivers in the second half because of the cheap shot on Marv. So that leaves you with Emeka, Julian Fleming, and Xavier Johnson had to play virtually every position on the fucking field yesterday, whatever it was. That's it. Why is Jaden Ballard not ready to play yet is my question. If he's wide receiver 5, seems like he could have contributed. Tight ends, Kate Stover goes out in the first half. So we're down both our starting tight ends. G. Scott didn't even suit up. So Joe Royer, a guy that hasn't played, more than a handful of snaps maybe all season, is in there. You got to be kidding me. Then we got no Trey. Mayan, toughed it out for a couple snaps and got a first down, but obviously he wasn't ready. They cut the tape off of his ankles and he never came back in. I don't know what the point of that was. Anyway, so you're left with a true freshman and a guy that was a linebacker 2 months ago at running back. Those are your starting running backs. That's what you have to work with. Yeah, this team was so beat up all season, man. It's fucking insane, honestly, to think about the number of dudes that went down in this game. It was pathetic. I respect the effort, but I've never seen a team get so beat up. And that's not even talking about the defense. We finally got Cam Brown and Denzel Burke back for one game together, and they did pretty well. Cam had a couple of pass breakups on deep balls, but the secondary as a whole really has to improve. That is an obvious weak point, not just one player. I think the entire unit, safeties, DBs, corners, whatever. Lathan Ransom should not be lined up over a fucking receiver. He's not made to run with a fast receiver on a 9 route. All right. So that's scheme there. And then Hickman gave no help over the top from a deep safety point of view. So anyway, obvious area of need for 2023 is that secondary. And assuming Tommy and Steele come back, the front 7, front 6, whatever you want to call them, front 4, they got to get more consistency on pass rush downs. They did well shutting down the run. Holding Georgia to 135 is legit. That's good. They were averaging like 200 a game. So they got the job done, in my opinion. Just pass rush JT had a knockdown pass in the first half. Got some pressure here and there. But Zach, made a play 1 or 2 here or there, but we can't get consistency out of that front 4. And now we're losing guys, So, I'm just kind of all over the place anyway. Scoring plays, just looking at some of these. Buckeyes jump out to the big lead, like I mentioned, 21-7 to start early in the second quarter. Then Georgia comes back with 3 straight scores, put up 17 points. You can't have that. 17 points there. Then, like I said, to finish the game in the fourth quarter, they had 18 points. We had a field goal. So, those are the areas of frustration and of improvement needed. But anyways, like I said earlier, I want to reiterate, anybody that said that CJ is not a gamer, a baller, a tough guy, you're full of shit. You don't know what you're talking about. Buckeye fan or not. I don't want to hear any more of that. And I don't want to hear about the programs in shambles, tear it down to the studs and rebuild, fire Ryan Day, fire the staff, get the fuck out of here with the negative Buckeye Nation. You guys can shut down your social media accounts for all I care. So anyways, tough loss. I was tossing and turning last night. I couldn't believe it. I really thought we had that one. I thought we had them. I thought we dominated that game until the defense let us down late in the fourth. So again, hit us up on YouTube tonight. Jump in the comments. Hit us up with your questions and comments and your thoughts. I'm sure I missed a bunch of things, but I just want to give you a quick reaction on the daily Buckeye Blitz. And 8 p.m. tonight, YouTube Live. Talk to you later. Go Bucks.